Tickets are one of the transaction types Raisley manages. Much like purchasing an online product, tickets enable charities to charge registration fees, sell merchandise, or process other forms of online purchases. Now, you can create ticket types, promo codes, and custom fields to capture the data you need. And you can also manage your attendees with check-in, search, and reporting. It's a great feature, so let's dive in. Now, there are two ways you can use ticketing. First, by using the ticketing form as a standalone, you can sell tickets or merchandise without the buyer creating a fundraising profile. The other is by using the sign-up form, where you can enable registrations or merchandise purchases within peer-to-peer campaigns. Now, both of these give you the ability to include a donation ask as well. And Raisley gives you the ability to add unlimited ticket types to your form. Now, to add a ticket type, within your campaign, select the tickets from the sidebar and then set up tickets. Select the ticket types tab, then create a new ticket type. Give the ticket a name for your reference, then a display name which is displayed on the form. Set the ticket price, max quantity, and leave for blank for unlimited, and add a description. You can also add an image to your ticket. Now, set the ticket availability with either always available or set start and end date and time. By default, new tickets are enabled. They will appear in your sign-up form or on your ticket form. Switch to no to disable the ticket. Select Add to complete. You can now view your ticket types, seeing their period of availability, how many have been sold, and whether the ticket is active or inactive. To edit a ticket type, simply select the edit icon on the right-hand side. Now, tickets allow you to capture specific information about your attendees during the purchase process. Attendee fields appear in Step 2 for the ticketing form or Step 3 for the sign-up form. Now, within your campaign, selecting tickets set up attendee fields. You can add visible fields which are seen on the form or hidden fields, which are helpful for capturing background data. Select Add New to create a field. If the field doesn't yet exist, select Create Custom Field or simply select an existing field in the drop-down. If creating a custom field, a pop-up will appear for you to enter the field details. Another way of adding or managing custom fields is through Organization, Custom Fields, Tickets. Refer to the Custom Fields guides for more help. Once the field is selected, configure the remaining fields. You can add conditions to show fields when other fields match that condition. Once complete, select Save. Now, you can add unlimited promotional codes to your form, helping you sell and manage your tickets. Promo codes can either be based on a percentage discount or a fixed amount, and you can limit their availability also. Within your campaign, select Tickets, Setup, Promo Codes. Then select Add Promo Code and enter the code you wish to use and select the type of discount, the percentage or dollar amount, and the quantity limit of that code. To set a time period for the code, select the When is this discount active drop-down, selecting specific start and end date. You can then enter the date and time you require for each and select Add to complete. There are a few general ticketing settings that you can configure, including ticket limits and tax settings. To change these settings, simply within your campaign from the sidebar, select Tickets, Setup, Ticket Settings. You can set the maximum number of tickets sold and add a limit per order for attendees. Now, tax settings must also be entered. You can choose whether the tax is inclusive or exclusive of the ticket price and add the percentage tax rate. This is helpful as it covers the country requirements that you may need. You can also choose whether or not to display how many tickets remain. Now, as mentioned earlier, you can either use the ticketing form for the standalone solution or the sign-up form to integrate tickets into peer-to-peer events. They have a slight difference, so let's run through them. To set up a ticketing form, within your campaign from the sidebar, select Pages and then open the page where you want the ticketing form to be placed. To add a ticketing form, select Add down the bottom right, Blocks, and then the ticketing form, and insert the form on your page. Select the settings icon on the block, and here you can enable or disable donations, change headings, the button, and the sold out copy. Set your thank you message and also enable or disable ticket types. Once configured, approve your changes and select Save to complete. To set up a sign-up form for tickets, once you have placed your sign-up form block into your page, select the settings icon and then Tickets. Switch Enable Tickets to On, and here you can enable or disable ticket types, force ticket purchases to be mandatory, and configure your sold out copy. Once configured, approve your changes and select Save to complete. Now, we've only scratched the surface on what you can do with tickets. To go deeper, check out our support guides. The links are in the description below, along with some other great content to get you set up. Now, be sure to check out the other videos on Raisley's channel to help you create, fundraise, and grow.